Hey guys, this Highpointers trail tip of the week is all about winter high pointing. So a question we get asked a lot is, how do you guys look so warm and cozy when you're climbing a winter high point with extreme temperatures? So for example, we climb Mount Elbert, the high point of Colorado, in the winter. The summit, temperatures reached about negative 40 degrees Fahrenheit. And it was chilly, but we stayed warm and we lived. So people ask us, how do you do it? So I'm going to tell you the three must-haves for winter high pointing. So number one is a good base layer. So right now, this green shirt is my base layer. It's my go-to a lot of times. So a good base layer is like a dry fit shirt. That's the type of shirt you can buy at any outdoor store right now. If you go run a 5K, a lot of times they give you a free dry fit shirt. So it's the type of material that when you get sweaty, it wicks that sweat to the outside and then it'll dry quickly. So a lot of times we say cotton kills. You don't want to wear a cotton shirt as your base layer because you'll get sweaty, it'll get wet, and it won't dry. And that is bad. You can get hypothermia depending on the temperatures of the day. So you want something that's going to dry quickly, that'll wick that sweat away from your body. So number one, good base layer. Number two is a good mid layer. So technology is getting so good right now. All these outdoor companies are making similar layers. It used to be a mid layer, something that's like 100% polyester, was not breathable. It was warm, but it didn't necessarily keep you dry. Nowadays, these 100% polyester materials, like a fleece, like this shirt right here, it looks like a normal shirt to anybody, but this will wick sweat away from your body as well. It'll keep you warm, and yeah, they're great. So this one right here, it's kind of a half zip, zips up, has a collar on it, which again will keep your neck warm. As your base layer, you start to sweat. That sweat kind of transfers to the mid layer, but this is breathable as well. This will dry pretty quickly as well. So it's all about layering. You got your base layer, you got your mid layer. Again, mid layers could be something like a fleece or like this, even this down vest. So this down is going to keep my core very warm. I get pretty hot when I hike, so I don't usually like to wear sleeve, like a full down jacket, but I like the vest because it's keeping my core warm. That way the blood flow will go to my hands, will keep my hands warm as well. If your core is cold, all that blood flow is going to try and go away from your hands and your feet and go to your core. So this is a great layer as well. You just got to make sure you don't get too sweaty. Number three is your outer layer. So again, all these companies are making very similar layers. We're not sponsored by any of these specific companies, but this is what I'm wearing right now. This is Outdoor Research. Makes a great hard shell jacket. So full zip with the hood, and this is what's going to protect you from the elements. So if it's blizzard conditions, it's snowing out there, if it's raining, this is going to keep you dry. So these layers, the base and the mid, are keeping you warm, and you throw that outer and you're going to stay dry from the elements. They're windproof, so if that wind is howling, you can just stay protected under that hard shell jacket. Some key features to a good hard shell jacket is they'll have, we call them the pit zips. If you get too hot, you can unzip the pit zips, and it's a vent. As you're hiking, you don't want to get too hot, you don't want to start sweating too much, so you just release that vent, and you start getting cold again, you can zip it back up. A lot of times they'll have pockets on the inside, so you can put snacks to keep them warm. You can put even your water inside your jacket so it doesn't freeze. So those are some good elements to a hard shell jacket, an outer layer. And then, hey, technology again is great. So they make pants now that are not necessarily even the hard shell material. They make soft shell pants now that are waterproof or that are very water resistant. So my kind of go-to are almost like these soft shell, stretchy, very comfortable pants. They don't ever soak through. They don't get wet. And so I'll add that with my hard shell jacket. Man, it's like you can go through anything. These elements, they're not going to affect you. You got to have good gloves though. Good glove. If it's negative 40 degrees, a good down mitt. These things are super warm. So those are just some of the side elements. You know, obviously you want to add a hat, a beanie. You could add a buff or a balaclava to throw over your face. Something like goggles is obviously key if you're in blizzard conditions. Those are just the side elements, but the three main: good base layer, mid layer, outer layer. You know, good wool socks. That's important too. Keep your feet warm. So that's what I have for you today. Practical steps on how to stay warm in extreme temperatures. You know, the three main things for winter high pointing. Something me and Brandon always say is there's no such thing as bad weather, only bad preparation. So let us know in the comments below, what are your go-to winter high point layers? And if you have any other questions about high pointing and trail tips, let us know down below. All right, until next time, we'll see y'all on the next summit.